The future isn't the glossy sci-fi dream we've been sold. Behind closed doors, scientists are publishing predictions so dark, they rarely leave academic journals. From brain-altering plastics to machines that could literally eat the planet, these aren't theories, they're warnings. And once you hear them, you'll never look at the future the same way again. Let's dive into 5 terrifying predictions scientists don't want you to hear. It starts with nanotechnology. Engineers are already building machines at the molecular scale. Think robots smaller than dust. They could cure cancer by repairing cells from the inside, rebuild ecosystems by cleaning pollution, or even replace factories by assembling products atom by atom. But there's a nightmare baked in. If a self-replicating nanobot malfunctions, it might never stop duplicating. Scientists call this the grey goo scenario, a runaway chain reaction where microscopic machines multiply endlessly, consuming forests, oceans, even humans, converting everything into more nanobots. Theoretically, Earth could be reduced to lifeless sludge in weeks. Some researchers dismiss it as unlikely, but the fact that it's even possible shows how dangerous unchecked innovation can be. We're racing toward technology with godlike power, but almost zero guardrails. Now let's move to Siberia, where the ice age is literally thawing beneath our feet. Scientists recently revived a 30,000-year-old virus from frozen soil. It wasn't harmful, but it proved something terrifying. Ancient pathogens can survive thousands of years, frozen in permafrost, and come back alive. And here's the kicker. Climate change is melting that permafrost faster than ever. Locked inside could be viruses that wiped out species we don't even know about. Humanity has zero immunity. No vaccines, no treatments, nothing. This isn't speculation. In 2016, melting permafrost exposed a frozen reindeer infected with anthrax. The bacteria reactivated, sickened dozens, and killed a child. That was from one animal. Imagine entire graveyards of frozen plague victims thawing at once. The next pandemic may not come from bats or labs. It could come from the Ice Age. Next, the quantum arms race. Right now, encryption keeps the world running. Every bank account, medical record, nuclear launch code, all locked by math so complex, even the best supercomputer would need millions of years to crack it. Quantum computers will change that instantly. A single quantum breakthrough could shatter all digital security in seconds. Scientists call it Q-Day. When it hits, private messages won't be private. Bank accounts won't be safe. Stock markets could collapse. Even military systems could be hacked like child's play. Governments know this is coming, and they're scrambling to invent quantum-proof encryption. But if even one nation, company, or rogue actor gets there first, they'd hold the keys to every secret on Earth. Entire civilizations run on trust in digital systems. Lose that trust, and society could implode overnight. Here's something horrifying hiding in plain sight: plastic in your brain. Scientists recently found microplastics, tiny fragments invisible to the naked eye, inside human blood, lungs, and even brain tissue. Every sip of bottled water, every breath of city air adds more. These particles don't just sit there. They inflame tissues, scramble hormones, and may even interfere with neurons. Researchers warn this could trigger fertility collapse, widespread anxiety, and declining intelligence across generations. In other words, humanity might literally be getting weaker and dumber, not from genetics, but from pollution we created. And here's the scary part. There's no easy way to remove them. They're everywhere. Oceans, food, rain, even in unborn children. By 2050, the weight of plastic in the oceans is predicted to exceed the weight of fish. We're swimming in our own slow-motion poison, and the effects are only starting to show. Finally, let's talk about a last-ditch effort that could backfire catastrophically: geoengineering. To slow climate change, scientists are experimenting with spraying reflective particles into the sky, basically dimming the sun. On paper, it cools the planet. But here's the nightmare. What happens if we stop? If political will collapses, if wars break out, or if funding dries up, the the world could experience what scientists call termination shock. Within years, global temperatures could rebound with brutal speed, spiking hotter than ever. Crops would fail, coastlines would vanish, and billions could face famine. Even scarier, once we start, we might be locked in forever. One mistake, one miscalculation, and geoengineering could make Earth unlivable faster than climate change ever could. Scientists call it climate roulette, and right now, humanity is loading the chamber. Grey goo, ice age plagues, quantum collapse, brain-damaging plastics, climate roulette. These aren't wild conspiracy theories. They're real warnings from real scientists. The future isn't guaranteed to be brighter. In fact, it could be darker than we can imagine. The question is, are we preparing for these possibilities, or are we just hoping they'll never happen? Because if even one of these predictions comes true, humanity doesn't get a second chance.